What's going on, gamers? And today I want to talk about 5 gaming announcements that I really want to see in 2014. 2013 was a humongous year for video games, and I really think 2014 is going to knock it out of the park. Not any game launch, or game console launches, but I want to see these 5 announcements announced this year, and if they are, it's going to be an amazing year for games. So let's start off with number 1. So the first gaming related story I would love to see announced either at E3 or randomly from the company releasing a trailer is for Dishonored 2. I loved the first Dishonored game. I bought the Game of the Year edition recently and I played all the DLC and I loved it all over again. What I really want to see from Dishonored 2 is more abilities, and even if we don't play as Corvo, because spoiler alert, if you haven't played Dishonored, I'm going to talk about the ending. No matter what ending you do, you always end up seeing Corvo's grave. So he lived out his life and he died. So I don't think a horrible death. I just think he lived out his days after serving the Empress, and then he just passed away, peacefully. So we already know how Corvo's journey ends, but is there any more stories in the middle of the Empress's assassination and his death? I would love to see that, or maybe a new character completely. I would like to see that even more. We played as Dowd in the Brigmore Witches DLC and the Knife of Dunwall DLC. He was really cool to play as, and Corvo. So I'm wondering if the Watcher had any more other disciples. I know he did for sure. They talked about it very vaguely in the story. So I'm wondering if we play as another person like that, or another assassin like Corvo, or another mercenary like Dowd. I would really like to see either of that. And the abilities, I would like to see more mystical abilities. So like if turn you invisible, maybe turn you into smoke, so you can like climb up walls, stuff like that. I would like to see just a vast number of more abilities, or even a new character you can play as. But whatever Arcane Studios does is going to be great. I already know that. I would love to see it come out this year, or at least announced this year, so we can get our hands on it next year. So the next gaming story I would love to see coming out in 2014 is Deus Ex Universe. They already announced it. Eidos Montreal and Square Enix said they're coming out with a next-gen Deus Ex game. They're already working on it. They said the universe of Deus Ex Universe is gonna go over like 5 different games. I think that's what they said on a blog post. I think 3 main ones are going to be for next-gen systems, and 2 are going to be for handheld. So if we play as Adam Jensen again, I would love to. If we played as a whole different character, that would be cool as well. Just to play it on next-gen consoles is going to be, it's going to be awesome. It really will. I loved the crap out of Deus Ex Human Revolution. It was one of my favorite games of last generation, and I just want to see what Square Enix is going to be doing for the next generation consoles. And Square Enix is just becoming one of my favorite game companies. They just keep pumping out amazing games. They pumped out Tomb Raider, I loved that. They pumped out Deus Ex, loved it. They pumped out not Splinter Cell, Hitman Absolution, and now they're coming out with Thief in February. So they're making a lot of really good games, and Deus Ex Universe is high on the top of my list for most anticipated games to be revealed this year, gameplay-wise or trailer-wise. So the next story I would love to see announced this year, either at E3 or during the summer, fall, spring, whenever, is BioWare's next installment of Mass Effect. And why? Mass Effect is that game series where you can just unload hours upon hours of your day into that game and just get lost in its universe. It's a brilliant idea. Mass Effect is so good. The story is powerful. The characters are so relatable. You start to really care about the characters when you play as them or play with them on their side, on your side. And I would love to see a 4th installment sooner than later. I already know that BioWare is making a Mass Effect 4 game, and it's not going to include Shepard, but we don't know if it's before Shepard or after the events with the Reapers and Earth. So whatever they make, it's going to be incredible. I have 100% faith in BioWare. They make incredible games. They made the Star Wars Old Republic games, and then they moved on to Mass Effect. So they make great RPG experiences. So whatever they do with Mass Effect, it's going to be great. The next game on the list is a game that I really am excited for. I am a huge nerd fan of this universe, and I think that EA and DICE is going to make a really, really good adaptation of what this game series is about. And that game is Battlefront 3, or in this case they just called it plain Battlefront. To give EA and DICE the rights to make another Battlefront game is a genius idea. They make really good Battlefield games. Battlefield 4 not really, Battlefield 3 and all the Bad Company games, they did a really, really good job. I had loads of fun with Battlefield 3, not really with Battlefield 4. Battlefield 4 was kind of unfinished, so I really hope that they do not do that for Battlefront. That will crush my hopes and dreams. But imagine this: you're on Hoth. For all the Star Wars nerds that know what I'm talking about, you're on Hoth. You're fighting the Federation or the Empire, whatever side you're on. And then you see this huge mammoth that walks really slow. You saw it in the trailer for like a split second, walking right next to you. And you're so small, and this thing is humongously huge. Imagine that. Just imagine fighting in the snow, amazing graphics on the next-gen consoles, and you're in the universe of Star Wars. I cannot wait to experience that on my Xbox One. I know that a bunch of my friends are Star Wars nerds as well, and they're going to get this game whenever it comes out. Very excited for it. That was probably one of the huge announcements, one of the bigger announcements at E3 2013 that they said that they were making. So very excited for Battlefront, and I cannot wait to play it. So my last and final gaming news that I want to see come out of this year super bad is the next Assassin's Creed to be set in feudal Japan. That's something that I'm pretty sure a lot of Assassin's Creed fans have wanted for a long time. So I'm pretty sure Ubisoft has gone everywhere else. They've gone to the Crusades with AC1, with the Ezio Auditore trilogy. They went through the Renaissance period, and for AC3, the Revolutionary War, and now AC4 through the pirates and stuff like that. I'm really thinking the only thing they really could do is ancient Roman times, or the Egyptian times, or feudal Japan. And that is the only way I can really see them going, is either one of those three choices. And I know there's a crap ton of concept art online for AC4 of feudal Japan, and it just gets me so excited for that installment. I really hope it's coming out this year. Whatever they do for Assassin's Creed, it's going to be good. I'm going to play it. I'm going to do a walkthrough on it. I bought every single Assassin's Creed game as soon as they've come out. It's one of my favorite gaming series. But I really hope they improve it by putting us in feudal Japan. So with that being said, that is my last gaming news slash 5 stories I really want to see coming out of 2014. Let me know in the comments what you're excited for this year, what game you're wanting to play, what game you want to see announced at E3 2014. And that is all. So thank you so much for watching once again. Hit like and subscribe for more gameplay videos and gaming news announcements as I hear them, as I upload them. And I am very excited to see any of these. If any one of these top 5 things comes out of 2014, I will be happy. With that being said, sayonara gamers, and I'll see you next time.